not get a whole lot accomplished tonight since we're short one board member. May take care of some old business. Probably as far as we're gonna go. Financial reports are in. You have anything else to add on that, Steve?
If you've got the 6-month, January to June, the first 2 pages, and you got the regular month, you'll notice that the water utility operating fund is in the red, 1,038, so we will transfer the 30,000 temporary loan over to get that back into black. Other than that, I think everything balanced, everything reconciled, no major problems. You've got everything there that we normally get you. So if you have any questions, well, I get you answered.
Anything to add to that, Amy?
Where are we at with past due balances still?
Pardon?
Where are we at with all the past due balances still?
Still couldn't understand you.
Where are we at with the past due balances?
The board has that. And they're down from what they
Down
were.
from what they have been, but
What was it last month?
15 something, I think.
15, it's at 13, so we've got about $2,000 paid. Well, we've got more than that because 2 people also paid.
You're at 15,
be all
280.
some.
So you're down to 13 something, another $625 comes off that and was put in after that report was run.
So what's being done to make them pay these?
The lawyer put out a letter. He has also advised that we can take them to small claims court, but we're not gonna settle that until we have a full order.
So we're not shutting water off on anybody?
Not unless the attorney tells us to. There's just too many liabilities to that.
I did see where the State Board of Accounts sent an email through wanting to know about a disconnect policy. Do we have one within the
Ordinances?
ordinances?
Yes. I
I think
think,
there is.
yeah, I can look it up tonight.
Okay, look it up and see.
Yeah, I'll look it up, you
Because
can
if-
that tomorrow
If
morning.
you find it, then we'll let them know it's part of our
Yeah,
ordinance.
if it is, I'll print it off and send it down.
Okay, good. Now I'll get that forward to them. And that's one that might need to be looked at.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dennis?
I got my licenses all done for the state of Indiana, DSM and WT3 on water. They're good till the year 2028. And I may or may not have those. Hopefully Jeremiah will have his by then. Also, this last class I went to, the IURC, they're going to require that asset management program that we fill out, some questionnaire from them. Or if we don't fill this out, we'll never have an opportunity to get money from them again. So they're forcing small communities to answer these questions. I don't think it's a lot. They told me it take about 15 minutes. You do it online. You can't do it yet. They have a time frame for towns, A through something this time, 6-month period, then the next 6-month period, something else. Ours falls before July 1st of 2027. So I'll get that accomplished before we have to worry about that. Working on finishing up the wastewater treatment plant. Things out there are pretty good. I did talk to an outlier about is there something we can do with those stagger blowers that would automatically restart themselves back up, or some kind of time delay, because even if the generator on Monday mornings goes online, it kicks out the pumps. I have to reset them to get them to come back on. He said he talked to people in Canada and there is something that it can do, but they'll have to send some money from Canada down here to reprogram them or add something to it, and that would be an additional cost, of course.
So they don't have to be manually reset, are you kidding me?
Every time they go off, we have a power glid, just boom, they're off. And I have to go out and manually reset them.
So Ryan doesn't know more than that.
They ain't more about than that. He said he said they told him that before it becomes a major problem, they'd have to be off for 3 days.
Oh, the blowers?
Yeah.
So he's saying that you don't have to go out the right way.
You don't have to go out there right away and get them reset. But I usually have them back on within, 8 or 10 hours. Yes, I'm out there every day, but Sunday, so.
And you are getting an alert when generator starts?
Yes. Streamatric is working well on the wastewater treatment plant. There's lots of different points out there, a lot more than we have in Pine Street, Park Street, and it's working well. And I mean, I get alerts. And you still get them too, don't you, your way? Creetone's gonna come out and do some work around the ponds, and he's gonna also mow everything out there, and try to get the place looking good again. But right now, that one we got rolled up by the item inspector, because vegetation wasn't down where it needed to be. So after he does that, we're gonna spray it with something to keep it, maybe to kill it so it won't come back.
Did you get a bid on that?
Yeah, it was $5,000 total, which I thought was pretty fair. We did get an IDM inspection, non-compliance letter. I responded to it, sent back and answered all their questions, and then I got a response back from them saying my response is satisfactory and we are not out of compliance. Got a phone call from the gas company at Vine Street the other day. He was down doing some inspection for the work. I asked him about the Blacktop Road. He didn't know anything about that, but we need to go get that fixed. But Plant Brothers plumber installed the gas regulator upside down. So when it rains, all the water goes down inside the vent. It's not an issue now, but this winter it will become one. So I was just gonna turn it over, and I got thinking, no, I'm not gonna do that, I'm gonna make them come back and fix it right. So we're supposed to be, it's on their list of things to get done. Today I sprayed the weeds inside the lift stations, hopefully to kill them down. Monday I sent in TTA shims, HAA 5 water test to our lab. All the reports have been done for this month. CCR report should have went out this last month.
Yeah.
And I posted that at the health department in Crawfordsville, the gas station, the post office, and here at the town hall. Talked a little bit about Vine Street, the sampler intake needs to be fixed a little bit differently. American Pump are down there working on those covers, but they're still not right. And
They just replaced with identical to what it was.
right, and I
No improvement.
I don't know.
They didn't put cylinders in there?
They put cylinders
How
in
about
there,
a
but
cylinder?
Whatever it was before. That's, they just did.
yeah, there's nothing. They needed something else. I told them that the same way when they shut. We still have that much of an air gap down there at the bottom. This winter time, it'd be snow blowing in that thing.
It wasn't James Oxford.
Talked to Alicia. So you need to call her again. And then when they stopped at Park Street, they didn't do anything. They didn't even put a cylinder in it that was missing. So I don't know what the deal with that is. But anyway, I was basically reporting to the town hall, and everybody else wants to know that those covers aren't fixed right, and I don't think we should take responsibility of that until they get fixed right.
Would they say to you when they're out?
I didn't talk to them. I mean, I let them in, and I was busy doing other things. I didn't.
Got it.
I talked to the two guys that were down there putting it on, and they agreed it was a fifth floor system, very poor engineered. And I said, so you just replaced with what was on there to begin with, and it's gonna do the same thing again, and they agreed, yes.
Yeah.
But it's not their design.
No. I'm pushing for the other cover to go back on it, the one that slides. I'd like to see that happen, because that was a lot easier to take care of and get in and out of.
Instead of opening like that.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. When you guys designed it, you didn't know any better. But you could have requested that we got sliding doors, not lifting doors.
James said this?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, well, he told me, he said that was what was spec, that's how they built it. So,
Their spec, not the engineer's spec.
no, yeah, there's specs. You could do it either way. We could have requested they get sliding ones. And then when they got the order in to build them from Jesse, was the spec, they didn't tell them which side we wanted, so that's what they decided to go with. That was their standard lid. The other one was an option. And that's what we got last time. I really thought that was the only way they did it. I had no idea we had two different options on them.
I was unaware of that. That was not told.
I thought the guys told me.
Can we check with Puck County and see if it's something that can be retrofitted?
I'm sure it could be retrofitted. But,
For both of them.
yeah, I can live with the one on Park Street, if we get another cylinder on it, it's not that big a deal. But the one down here at Vine Street,
Wait, Park is the one that does that.
They both do.
but they're,
Oh, no, oh,
Yeah.
there's, oh,
Yeah, Vine does this and Park does that.
Yeah.
yeah. One more, if you get another cylinder on Park Street, we can live with that, it's not that bad. But the one down in Vine Street is gonna have to have something done with it.
That's true, okay.
So, did a couple locate from the pipeline for the water, and they have never come back and fixed the road there on Vine Street after they cut the road for the gas line. I don't know who to call, for sure.
Or recall.
Who did they use? They used somebody.
You just have to stay on top of citizens on their, not citizens, whatever, gas companies are.
It's citizens now.
Let's see,
Whatever it is.
Center point.
Center Point.
Yeah.
It is.
I was like, wait a minute, when did citizens take over?
our, tests are coming back real good. From the water coming out of the stagger to the creek. I've been real pleased with the water quality and our TSS and CVODs have been really good. Pneumonia has been really good. Pneumonia gives you a false reading in a way because pneumonia comes either from Vine Street and it goes to the two ponds for so many days before it actually enters into the staggers. So, but the stagger's doing a real good job. We get the weeds cleaned up out there and get that stuff done. Testing takes me about 2.5 hours a day to do. So we don't need to figure out when we're doing. We can change times and stuff when we do that, but I just do it early in the morning.
Are you quitting? You resign?
No, I'm not gonna quit, but I'm not gonna do this until I die.
I used to know it was when it was happening.
Welcome to my world.
No, I'm not gonna quit.
Couple more years.
Your license will go for 3 years, I just gotta re-up, so I guess I can, water license good to 2028. I think the wastewater license is good to 2029. So, do I re-up them again after those 3 years? I don't know if I will or not. I'll be 73, 74,
Still young.
still young, so. We'll see.
Have they done a sediment test on the East Pond yet? See if we're doing any good?
I think, didn't that one company put those Profusions things in?
Covalent?
I thought they were gonna come back and do that.
They said they that so they could use that for marketing, to show how much it went down, but they haven't been back. Can you tell by looking at it? Like, I can't remember where it was at and where.
I don't remember either. Somebody has that information. You guys might be.
We have the original information, so if they come out and get where it's at now, then yeah, it'd be easy to compare.
Okay.
You go out there and measure it with a yardstick.
What about, you always want to jump off that topic.
I know this, I brought the chest waders back from Wisconsin for you.
Yeah.
That can work out.
One other thing, because I told them I was concerned about, we're discharging all the time now. So you gotta keep water in the ponds. We get a dry spell, or, the water level gets down. He said I can bring that up, and when he brings so much water through it slowly at a time.
Telescoping valves.
So you can shut it completely off for a month at a time. Never shut off the blowers. So you always got to keep those bugs of oxygen happy. He said he recommends just blowing it way down. Maybe right now we're pumping about 120,000 gallons of water through it a day. We could back that off to 40,000 gallons a day, just so we're keeping something
Well,
going.
have the ponds dropped a lot with the heat?
Yeah, they dropped quite a bit. We had a lot of rain, so we had a lot of I come in. But if it doesn't rain for a while now and the sun gets up, and it can dry up pretty quickly. I've never seen it ever dry, but I've raised the gates up and kept the water in the ponds and not discharge anything. Well, now with this system, you really can't do that. They want you to continue to put water through it all the time. So, I think right now I'm pumping at 70,000 gallons a day. So I'm backing off some. I never been out on the boat yet to see how high it is. It's probably still 5.5, 6 feet deep out there. Oh, the only thing else I've noticed a lot, those little, what do you call those things that sets out there close in the ponds? I have a lot of
The profusion?
yeah. I have a lot of ducks and herrings and cranes who decide that's a good place to spend their day, to stand up on top of the thing all the time.
Oh, they're hanging out on,
Hanging out there, it's like their new homes.
huh?
So part of their home.
Yeah, we've always had a goose problem out there.
Yeah, it's always been a good problem. Yeah, they like the only place they poop is all over the driveway. Got all this grass out here, they poop in the driveway. That's all I got.
And I got one more question.
Okay.
You know how much water we pumped during the fire?
About 100,000 gallons.
Corner ponds first.
100, I want to say exactly, for I'm going to say, I wrote down, I think it's like 107,000 gallons. More than the day
There's still a
before.
lot of the structure that it's
No one died?
No.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
I noted that, I made notation on our DMR for our water loss that we did that.
Jeremiah?
Cameron, the storm line, outfall looks good. As old as it is, pipes from coming up look good, we just need to fix the spot in the road. Fix that one spot in the road, we should clear up a bunch. I would make a suggestion that we possibly redo that inlet. It's not, I could make it better. I put an actual catch basin in there for not too much. And then I'd have to put some sort of silt catcher around it, because there's way too much coming in there. It's just gonna cause problems.
You wanna get a decision on that tonight, or you wanna wait?
What do you think we need to do? Because I would say we need to get it fixed. I would suggest that we do that. Just get her fixed, so it doesn't become a bigger problem.
Take
Okay,
care.
I'll fix it.
Will do.
I have a question on the thing for him. Do you guys have a map of where that drain tile goes through? Cause I was just curious on the back side of the property, not where Ally lives, not the field directly. Well, maybe like, kinda like right back behind. There is that exposed clay pipe. Is that one not connected to the drain off my house, or off my corner?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, so that's the ravine from her place.
Yeah,
Straight out.
back behind Ally's house where his
Oh,
parents live,
Yes,
that pipe there, is that pipe there connected to my pipe?
that is your vote.
Right, so that is broken and exposed.
Yes. Thank you for reminding me of that. We do have the open tile hole in Chris's woods. I would also like to make that an inspection point. Set a structure there. Just a 2x2 knockout box with a lid.
Is that okay with the property owner?
I will make sure it is. The way he talked, he didn't care.
That was put in early sixties, and I don't know if we actually had a legal easement through there or not.
He had given us permission to do all the camel work and anything we needed to do verbally at the time of,
As far as the map, I don't know.
Well, I mean, if he's saying that it's the one, then that's what I was just curious to, if it was that one, or if like mine measured maybe around that spot or whatever, but I did know that there was a large section there that was.
there's about a 4-foot section of pipe missing right there.
Yeah,
But surprisingly, for as long as that's been open, according to Chris, that pipe is in really good shape. We've got a video of it, if you ever wanna get tunnel vision. It's,
well, I was just curious, because when I had spoke to her, she said that water never flows through there. That's why I was kind of shocked a little bit, if no water ever flowed through there or saturated that land around that opening there, then where's like my water that's
it
flooding?
goes through there. There's water flowing through it when I was camera.
Okay.
We cambered it and located it, so I know that it is your tile.
Well, when the jetters were here, they put at least 6,000 gallons of water down that drain.
Yeah, she just had mentioned that it like never, there was never any like water around, so I was just curious.
Tammy,
I believe so.
it should have never come out of there.
Andrew, oh,
Okay, I got a change order just to extend Otten Weller's, contract from June 11th to June 30th. That was the time they needed to get the sample of the water, start done, et cetera. So, all our use person,
for a little bit.
it's on the second page, you can see it discussed. June 30th. When I get that other paperwork, I'll send it to you.
Is that all you have, Andrew?
That's it, yeah.
I just want to remind everybody, we have the summer celebration not this weekend, next weekend. And then I got a farmer to come down and we're gonna kill the weeds downtown. With some stuff this week or next week. I'm not sure, I haven't talked to him yet, but I have nothing else other than we're gonna have the streets closed on the 18th for a little while and come down, have a good time, get a whistle.
No. No.
Well, I saw Tom DeBus the other day, and he was pleased, got mowing done behind his place.
Speaking of mowing, are we gonna enforce people to mow things they need to mow?
I don't know.
Cause I mean, if you go behind the alley, behind my house, the alleyway, nobody wants to drive their car back parking back there that I won't use because of it. Because there are trees and bushes and weeds and you scrape every side of your car.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Could we send out like a letter to the residents that live in those homes on those alleyways, just like as an encouraging gesture, like, hey, please, you know, tidy up, so on and so forth? I mean, it's not like we have to run straight through fines,
I
but,
think we did that last year.
Crawfordsville, I just got one from an owner the other day. The city sent him a letter stating he had 10 days to take care of the yard and the property that he owns. If not, they were sending somebody to do it and he was gonna pay for it. I think we need to enforce something like that.
if we don't, there's just no more
Well-
that they can keep getting away with it.
We have a third board member will make that decision.
Do you know when that's gonna happen?
No, I don't. I had a call like the Republican head of Montgomery County, and he has not returned my call.
I've gone all the way to the state and I'm not getting any return calls.
You might ask,
I've already talked with Lana Kelsing, who is the Republican Party.
I was gonna say, I've talked to Sandra and she's not even,
I can't get hold of Sandra, I've tried, I've got information, calls, emails into Jim Johnson,
nothing.
nothing.
and I've heard that's pretty common. You might ask Brian Kine, see if he's has heard anything, but he's still, as far as I know, he's still in Union Township. Precinct new.
Brown.
Is it Brown?
That's the odd thing, we have 3 townships there.
I believe it's Buckwaddell.
Who is it?
Buckwaddell.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of his name, and they think Mike Sugar is.
Mike Sugar's the other one.
Yeah.
If he knows his name, I'll give him a call. Well, that's about all I have, my opinion.
I don't have anything.
I got one more thing, not to put salt on the wound, getting back to the people who are so far behind in water. When did we change that? I mean, I've been here 29 years, and, early when I lost my jobs when I was younger, Dennis would come out, he'd shut the water off. When did we stop doing that? Was it because of this board or the board before?
How long have you lived in town?
Almost 29 years.
I've been here 18 and a half and was threatened to have my shut off.
I've been on this board 25 and a half years, and I don't know that we ever had a written policy on water shut-off.
I can say it probably happened to me 3 times. Just, it was hard times back then.
I don't know a lot, I mean, I think nowadays, because there's some, and I don't know, I've just heard from other town people that in my circle of working with people in this job, there's a lot more rules and regulations, there's things we can't do that we used to be able to do, because the government stepped in and said, if you've got a kid, you live in a house, you've got to provide them with water. Now, there's other ways to get them to pay, I think, there are things you can do, and I think we're trying to figure out a way to get that accomplished. But, the days of just going and shutting them off is no
So,
longer.
How does Ladoga and Darlington and all of them?
They
deal
don't.
with it?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
They
I've
do.
talked to Michelle
I
Cash.
I don't know how they get by with it.
I have talked to Michelle Cash numerous times
I don't know how they
in
get by with
Ladoga. You send out a letter, they have a certain time period, if it's not paid, you shut it off.
What they have health problems.
I don't.
Okay, but then I understand, I do. I'm a property manager, I completely get it, we try to work with everybody as best we can. But at some point, the town's losing that money and we're still providing a service that you're supposed to pay for.
Have you tried to call and do like payment arrangements or speak to them?
Or,
those
we
types
also
of-
have 3 townships in this town, which means there are 3 different trustees in this that can help this town. Any of them can go to those trustees' office and get help to get it caught up and then start making their payments.
That's true.
I mean, have we reached out to these residents and said, hey, like, we need to set up a payment plan, or I wanna get you in touch with so-and-so for your area, see if you can get help? And from what I've been told, Union Township has
not really, because we have $2 million of debt in the water, and we kept the rates as low as we could for as long as we could. Then when we went into that $2 million project, we depleted our cash. They only want us to have so much, they expect us to only have like 2 or 3 months cash operating balance. We depleted everything. We just met the requirements for the debt service reserve, that saves us $600 a month. But quite honestly, our rates probably are still a little low.
15,000, would we have been so bad?
Oh, well, if you got 13,000, we're $1,000 in the red right now, so if you put 13,000 in there, but some of that's current, you know, there's only 1 month behind. Some of those, as I see on that, there's only 1 month behind. There's
Yeah.
half a dozen maybe at most that were
Five,
$300, $500 or more.
it's 5 people that really are behind.
And one of them that you had on your list paid $500, that hadn't been applied yet. So he's down. There's a couple, there's a few others there that, those are the ones we probably really ought to target and say, hey, you need to make arrangements to get this paid off. You know, pay the minimum, not that much.
Yeah. There's at least
But-
3 I know of that need to, they pay once in a blue moon and then they don't do anymore.
Yeah.
And
But the letter we got, or the email I got back from the attorney was 2 or 3 of those letters never got picked up at the post office. He said he had 2 or 3 of them returned to him.
oh,
So that means that those people are not going down there to get their mail also, and they're not picking up their mail. Because when I worked at the post office, those things could sit down there for 7 days, another week, and then another 7 days, and then they got sent back. So they were down there for 14 days.
there's
Or
other
they're
ones.
checking their P.O. box and seeing who it's from, and see if I can bucks.
And probably one of those is a house that was vacant actually too.
So I take it you're not allowed to put the pink slip on the door anymore?
Was they moving lines?
No.
She moved.
We just don't do the consequences after.
Houses for sale and they're sitting empty.
Stephanie Lyon, did she move?
Not that I know where of.
So, the attorney doing all those letters, how much did that cost the town?
I don't know, we got a bill.
I think we got a bill yet.
Didn't got a bill yet.
Do we pay them for retainer or something?
He's on a retainer, yeah.
No, he's not on
We
retainer
paid for
anymore.
time. We stopped retainer years ago because they prefer to do the other. There's times we've not had anything.
So why not just have him draw up a generic letter?
When we have a full board, we'll make those decisions. We're not doing anything until we have another member.
So nothing's getting done in the town until we have another member.
Right.
Is there a possibility we're gonna pick up their mail, see that letter, and put it right back in?
Well, yeah. Or they went down there after the post office was closed, and we're like, okay, I got a certified letter.
Oh, okay.
Because he sent them out certified.
Certified, so
Yeah.
there was something put in their box to.
Yeah, they have a pink slip, they have to sign for it, and then they get it back. So,
How many letters were sent out?
I have no idea.
Okay. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
No, I have something that I wanna announce. I just read out like a brief statement here, so there's no arguing, there's no nothing. I appreciate you guys doing everything that you're doing for the drain and all that. Last month there was a situation that arose and I kept my mouth shut, for the calmness of the neighborhood. But I'm pretty much over, the slandering, the spreading lies and rumors. So I wanted to address a particular individual. I want to just, again, like I said, it's brief. But I want to say that it's deeply concerning when an elected town official uses public resources and work time to make disparaging remarks about town residents or to threaten legal action against members of the community. For example, threatening town members with legal action about personal matters during work hours, or warning new town members of other residents who you hold personal grudges against, or making remarks about residents in a public setting that have past due balances, or finally eliminating your own financial responsibility to your own water bill for over a year are behaviors that cross clear professional boundaries. Public officials have the responsibility to conduct themselves with professionalism, integrity, and respect for all citizens they serve. Using a public position to work hours or work hours to engage in personal attacks or intimidate residents undermines the public trust and creates an atmosphere of hostility rather than transparency and collaboration. Town officials should remain focused on serving the public, fostering respectful communication, and addressing disagreements through appropriate and professional channels. I respectfully urge the town to hold all elected officials to the highest standard of ethical conduct and accountability. Residents deserve a representative who demonstrates professionalism, civility, and respect in both their work and actions. I just simply ask, what are we gonna do to stop this? I come in here to pay a water bill. I recorded the entire interaction. I stood there. She noticed me, ignored me. I said I needed a receipt. It took her about 3 minutes to find the receipt book. She wrote it out. She walked up to the counter. I reached my right hand out to grab the receipt from her. She threw it across the table. I had to catch it with my finger. I said, don't be rude. This is why people go off on you. As I'm walking out the door, she's threatening me, telling me that she's going to sue the hell out of me because her son fell on my property. That is not true. I have cameras and adults that were out there that witnessed it. This whole escalation didn't escalate until another individual walked through the door. Then she wants to start screaming and yelling in the office that I need to get out of the office, to take her effing job, she's done with it, so on and so forth. I did not initiate that argument, and I will not stand by and allow her to continue to go to other residents in the neighborhood and spread these lies. I'm not doing it. If she can't be professional, then why is she in this setting? There is no reason that I have neighbors, several people that have come to me and told me that she has gone directly to them when they come in here to pay this water bill, and she tells them to be careful of me and Allison because we're Karens in the neighborhood. I don't know, me standing up for my property not being flooded, how that turned me into a Karen. She calls me a Karen because I called her out on saying that all of you guys were sexist against women. That's when her and I's problem happened. I want it to stop. I want her to leave my name out of her mouth. I want her to do her job like she's supposed to and stop spreading the lies. I will show you the video right now to show you that I did not walk in this office screaming and yelling at her.
Why did you record it?
Because she has lied numerous times on numerous different things. But when I'm coming in here to pay a water bill and to be treated like that and to walk out the door, as I'm walking out the door, she's like, oh, well, you want me to tell you what my effing problem is? I could sue the hell out of you for hurting my son. Her son fell in the street in a public roadway, and she is then on company time, on town time, threatening to sue me over a personal matter, and then tells me that I'm lying to the board because someone else's child was in the middle of the road playing. I asked her to go to them directly, not me. She's wanting to hold everything that she's frustrated about, and she's putting it on me. I've never, from the time that she posted the comment about you guys being sexist on the Facebook post, from that time till now is when she's had a problem with me because I called her out. Before that, never had any problems with her. She put herself in a situation where she's taking everything to heart when it has nothing to do with her. My property flooding has nothing to do with her. She's put her feelings in it, and she's got ahead of herself, and now she's really ahead of herself by going around to all of the town, running her mouth. This is a representation of you guys, and this is how she's doing it. How is anyone supposed to take anyone serious when this is the professionalism that we're receiving? When she tried to come in here at the last board meeting to talk to her and say, Amy, we don't have a problem. She stood in that office and her words, and rephrased, tell me if I'm wrong, were, what fucking part of no do you not understand? Is exactly what she said to her during a meeting. The behavior is inappropriate. She is a grown woman. And I don't know how much more we have to stand and tolerate and deal with before we can. Do I need to put in a complaint? Do I need to file a complaint? Do I need to go above you guys? What do I need to do?
You got anything to add?
No. Sorry it happened.
So is this behavior that we're just gonna accept?
I know there's been a lot of this name calling and arguing, and fighting, going back and forth, both ways.
What name calling?
I didn't eyewitness any of it. I don't go on
you would never come to me and ask me, but then my neighbor had a conversation with you, and you said, oh, well, Kimberly said da-da-da-da, because you listened to her. You never came to me and asked me anything, and I sat quiet
About what?
about the situation that she's accusing me of.
Oh, that
Hurting
was-
her child and coming in
Yeah.
here and blowing up on
What
her.
your neighbor asked me was a personal problem, and it had nothing at all to do with town business.
Well, again, that's neither here nor there, but yes, you held a conversation with her and you guys spoke directly about me in the situation, and she told you at that time that she had a copy of the video, and if you would like to see it, she would get it to you, and you said, okay, you didn't acknowledge that you wanted to see it. At that point, I'm just asking, stop believing everything that you hear because it's not the truth. I literally have the recording on my phone.
You, just like 2 months ago, when I said that I had been by and looked at that drain when we was having that heavy rain, and you said, you did not. I can see your house and I can see your garage doors.
Because you told me that my yard wasn't flooding, and there's no way that you could have come down and looked at my
I
yard
said
and
the
not seen
drain
that it
was
was flooding.
working. It was.
How was it working when it was at a standstill?
Okay.
That's
You're
my
right.
point, I'm going to call it out on her.
We are adjourned.
Thank you, so then we'll just handle her above you guys then? Okay.
She is an elected official. The only control we have on her is what she is paid.
So you can't hold her to a standard of professionalism? So you mean to tell me that she can come in here and misappropriate her own water bill, and you guys aren't doing anything about that? You guys aren't doing anything about how she's talking to the other neighbors or the tenants or treating other people? I mean, she doesn't even let her son come down and play in the neighborhood because she's got this vendetta that nobody is, one of these kids